It is very important that we live a life being obedient to God. It is very important that we honor God with the things that we do, with the things that we watch. Sometimes there are many sufferings in our life that it is not something that maybe was not meant to be a test from God, but this is actually consequences of the sin that you made. You have to first check what is the root of, for example, your anxiety, your depression. There are many of these things, of course, are because nothing happens if God doesn't allow it. But there are many times that with our sin, with the way that we live, we allow anxiety, depression to come into our lives. So you have to check what is the root of your anxiety. Why did it start? In the Bible, it says, submit yourselves then to God. Resist the devil, then he will flee from you. If we are being obedient to God, if we are living a holy life, then evil has to leave. I know that there are many times that God allows us to go through certain things. Just like, for example, Job. He was a perfect man. God was very happy with Job, with the way that he was. Job 1:18, it says, Then the Lord said to Satan, Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil. Job was a perfect man, but he was a man that suffered a lot. He lost everything. So of course, God sometimes allows the devil to touch our lives, for us to lose everything, or for us to go through depression, through anxiety. Because there is always a purpose in your suffering. For example, for Job, the purpose of his suffering was for him to be able to meet God, to see God with his eyes. Job said after all the suffering, he said, My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you. And after that, he asked God for forgiveness for the way that he was maybe complaining to God, that he felt that God left him alone. So Job asked God for forgiveness, and God forgave him, and God blessed him twice. Everything that Job lost, God gave him that twice. So there is always, at the end, there is always a purpose in your suffering.